Out here at the farm today, doing a little scouting, just trying to see what the deer are doing, getting ready for next weekend. Should be a good weekend. I haven't had much time to get out, so I've got my little dude with me. He's holding down the binoculars, and first thing we come up on, got an old scrape here. We just had, I don't know, it rained all day yesterday. So I'm hoping I can see some fresh scrapes, but that one was hit. Only got out the one day, and you guys saw that if you go check out our YouTube channel. Been busy, haven't had much time to do anything. So, you coming, buddy?
Yep, coming.
So I'm anxious to get out. This is my favorite time of the year. November 3rd is my favorite day to hunt, so that's coming up. Trying to get in on them. Find as much sign as I can, and I'm gonna mark these trees on my map on my phone, and then depending on what the wind's doing, the day I come down and hunt, hopefully I'll come down Friday, hunt the evening, all day Saturday, Sunday, and should be good. Alright, so we just finished up spot number 2, and we're not seeing a whole lot. The spot, when there's acorns in the tree, the deer really stay back in here, but even the trails coming back are real faint. No tracks, no nothing. So what we're going to do is we're just going to keep finding the sign, and then when we find it, we're going to head into the woods from the sign. So hopefully it starts getting better. So we finally got on some fresh tracks here, and it looks like they're heading, these are fairly fresh, probably this morning, heading to our food plot. We're going to go down this little spot here. That's not very good.
There's poop in that hole right there.
You think there's poop in that hole?
Yep.
Okay, well, put your hand in it. Ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. There's our stand right there. Oh yeah, there we go. See the scrape bug? That's what we want. Alright, so we just came from right there. So now we're on the food plot. And this is what we call the small food plot. And it looks pretty good. This is 7-card stud from Evolved Harvest. And for what little we know about food plots and how to do them correctly, this looks pretty good. So you can see the tall grass in there is like a rye and something else. I mean, there's 7 different varieties of stuff in there. Clover, I don't see much clover, but the big leafy stuff is a brassica. There's some rapeseed and then turnips and radishes in this. So should be the idea is a full season food plot. And my buddy is mashing them all down. A little weedy, but that's not bad. It goes all the way down. There's actually a pond right here. And this is all bedding. Let's see what we got here. 39 photos. Well, not great. But it'll tell us something. And I'll show you these. The idea here is we got people coming down this road. There's a road right here. And they want to stop, and when they see the deer out in the food plot, and then look, and just watch deer. Well, the deer get nervous, and when you're hunting here, they take off back into the woods. So the idea is that we took this kind of ornamental grass. The idea is that it's going to be a wall, and so the deer are going to feel comfortable coming out in daylight. That when this stuff takes off, it should be over 7 foot tall. So it's going to create a wall. So that's the idea there. Got some wood ducks up here.
Can we see them?
Right there. There they are.
We're going through here.
Hang on. Look at this. See them on the camera? Hear them chirping? They make that real high-pitched noise. There's a pretty one. There's a pretty male. That's like a daddy one. See him? Look at all those guys. Think we kick up a deer going through here?
Yeah.
I bet we do. There's a scrape right there. Alright, stay right here, okay? Gonna head back in here. I've got a camera. I'm not gonna go that far. What was that?
A car.
You sure that's what that was?
Yeah.
We're gonna go back here, get a camera, I'll pull one, just take a quick look in there. Sometimes there's rubs and scrapes in there depending on if there's acorns. That's been the biggest thing, it seems like this year. There's no acorns out here, and it doesn't seem like the deer are back here yet. But the neighbor has standing corn, so they could be in that. And then on the 40, there's standing corn over there too. So I was scouting up top, like I said, and I was heading back, and I thought I kept getting a whiff of something dead. And little by little, the closer I got, obviously turned out I was right. When it's been drought years, you've got EHD is always a thing, and that's not what you want to see. Sure enough, he's dead here in the creek. Little buck. And he stinks. This year, I've made it a point that I'm trying to hunt a new stand. Now, it might be close to an existing stand, but it'll be on the downwind side of the stand. And just to see if these deer are skirting the stand. It's got to be, just trying to find new areas to hunt, hunting over this new sign, and going in and surprising them. Everybody says the first time in the stand is the best time. And this is getting to be prime time. And I'm not seeing any sign. I mean, there's been a few scrapes, but it's not tore up, and that's kind of got me worried. So we might have to go super deep next week if nothing's changed. Well, good morning. We finally made it to November. This is absolute best time, my favorite time to be in the stand. I think most people would agree. It's November 2nd, it's 10 after 7. I got tight to a bedding area this morning in hopes that on the downwind side of it, in hopes that a buck is going to work that downwind side, checking for does. A bunch of big deer hit the dirt this past week. We finally got some cool weather. It's 32 degrees this morning. Turn the camera around and I'm going to start grunting and rattling just to see if anything's up on its feet. So, here we go. just had a doe, big doe, and 3 fawns come in out of the bedding area, heading to a bedding area over my shoulder. There was so far no bucks behind her. Not sure what spooked those deer, but that's the same deer that just came by. Just a quick update. I've seen 6 different does and 2 small bucks. Kind of harassing them. And they've pretty much well worked off, so I'm going to try grunting and rattling again. I've been calling off and on, and about every time I do, I see a deer, so. But they are definitely moving. Just waiting on the right one. Let's chum the waters.